about the DILT model of change. Now, this is a model here that was created by Robert Dilts. His background is in NLP, and so he created this model here so that we can use this to be able to create different levels of change in our lives. And so when we look at this model here, we can see that at the very top, we have vision, then we have identity, then we have beliefs and values, capabilities, behavior, and environment. Okay? And so looking at the very top there, we have the vision. This is the big picture here. This is looking at what do we want to accomplish? What does that look like? Where do we want to work? Where do we want to live? What type of agency do we want to have? And so this is really about creating your vision as to exactly how you want your life to look like. And so once you can start with the big picture, 50,000 foot view as far as, hey, I want to be able to live in this area. I want to be making this amount of money each month. I want to be able to, go on different trips around the world. I want to be able to do X. I want to do Y, right? And we have several worksheets that you're going to be able to utilize to be able to lay out your vision, exactly how you want that to look like. And then we have the identity. This is where you need to be able to be a certain person, right, in order for you to have that vision come into fruition. Because if you're not the person that's going to take the action, that's going to do everything that you need to do, and you see yourself as that person that is accomplishing everything in your vision, right, then it's going to be a problem for you to be able to actualize that. So you need to see yourself as that person that can make things happen, that can actualize your vision. And then it comes down to your beliefs and your values. And so when we look at the beliefs and values, this is everything that we believe and that we value and hold important to us. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to beliefs, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because if you believe that you are a person that is likable, that has a lot of important things to say, is of high value to society and to the world, then guess what? You're going to get that in return from the external world, because you're going to act in accordance to that, right? And so if you believe that you're not very good at things and that you don't have very much value and that you don't have very much skill and you have low self-value and self-worth, then that is going to be reflected into the external world. People are not going to see you as somebody who's very likable, very social, very engaging, because that's how you're feeling inside, right? And so that's going to manifest itself in the external world. So you need to understand that beliefs are something that are created through our experiences, the meanings that we have attached to them, and then they can easily be changed and modified to something else, because a belief is something that is created because something has happened to us, okay? And then we've attached a certain meaning to that particular situation. Just think about if you, when you were younger and you were trying to, go after a girl, or you were trying to go after the opposite sex, and you got denied or you got rejected. And so now, when you were younger, that feeling that you got when you got rejected, or you were told that you were, quote unquote, ugly, or whatever that may be, right? That negative experience will then manifest itself into your adult life as well. And so you'll have this thought, this idea that you're not very attractive, that people don't find you as somebody who is attractive in general, and where others don't see you as somebody who is good looking, very engaging, very likable, right? Because of that experience that you had when you were younger, you attached a meaning to that as, you know what, I'm not very desirable. I'm not somebody who is very attractive. And so that manifests itself into your external world as you grow up. And it isn't until you become aware of that and you acknowledge and understand that, you know what, this is something that has been with me for a while. I, can remember that I feel this way because of things that happened to me when I was younger and the meanings that I attached, right? This is one of the biggest things with increasing your awareness, is bringing light and awareness to what type of beliefs you currently have and how they're not serving you, right? And so we must be able to have an understanding of what kind of person we want to be, and then making sure that our beliefs are aligned with that, because the identity and beliefs are both connected, right? Your identity shapes your beliefs, and then your beliefs shape your identity, because your identity may be that, hey, I see myself extremely likable, extremely, outgoing as far as engaging with people, with individuals. I'm very likable, and that's how I see myself, right? That's my identity that I have for myself. And then my beliefs are going to reflect that as far as me being able to believe that I'm capable of doing certain things. It's this big circle, it's this big loop, okay? Where your identity is shaping your beliefs are shaping your identity, and it's this back and forth, right? But when we think about the identity, we just think about who we are, who do we want to become, who do we need to transform into so that we can, actually actualize our vision. And then the beliefs, this is our why. Why do we want to accomplish our vision? Okay? Why is that important to us? And why is that important to us going down 3 levels? Okay? So think about it this way. Whenever you're asking yourself as far as, okay, your vision, this is my vision that I have. Okay, this is the identity that I need to become. And then you're asking yourself, okay, why is that important to me? Okay? And you're going to get a reason. Let's say, you want to make more money. You want to be able to, have, financial independence, financial freedom. Okay, great. Now, why is that important to you? Okay? Having the financial freedom, making a lot of money. And then, you can say, well, I want to be able to have the freedom, the ability to be able to travel the world, to not have any kind of boss looking over my shoulder, to be able to have peace of mind knowing that I am creating my own life and that nobody is, looking over my shoulder and telling me when I need to come into work or do whatever I need to do, right? And this is the final layer here. And so this really wraps everything up, and it really gives us the real reason and the real reasons really why we want to do this. And so we say, okay, ultimately, what would that do for you? And so this is where we find the root cause here. And a lot of this may come from things that you really need to think about, and you really need to go deep into thought, because a lot of the reasons why here is because you want to be able to prove others wrong and show to others that, you know what, I am capable of making this happen, of doing big things. Because a lot of us, when we're, in our entrepreneurship journey, we have our family, our friends that are, there for us, and they're providing some level of support. However, you want to think about it this way. When it comes to your friends and family, a lot of them will support you in some sort of way. However, as soon as you start getting more success than they have, or more successful than they are, then comes a little bit of hate, and then comes a little bit of, dissatisfaction, and where they're actually bringing you down. So understand that your ultimate reason why, and where if you can go 3 levels deep, this is going to help you understand why this is important to you, because you'll end up finding that, the money, all these different resources and all these different material things are really just surface level. And when we really look at what's the real reasons why we're doing what we're doing, you'll find that they don't have really much to do with making money. It's oftentimes deeper than that. And so understanding the roles that our identity play, our beliefs play, and then how that comes into play with our capabilities. And so this is our knowledge and our skills. In order for us to be able to actualize our vision and accomplish our goals, we have to gain certain knowledge and develop certain skills. And you're gathering that knowledge and those skills by going through this course. So you're going to develop your vision, and you're going to create your identity as far as who you need to become. And then you're going to shape your beliefs. And we have different worksheets that you're